Hi and hello, Mean Boys fans. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
What's up, guys? We got a great episode this week with just the damn boys in the studio. Getting some sincere-ass voicemails, playing some new games.
Yeah, it gets fucking heartwarming at the end of this one.
Yeah,
that was
man,
heartwarming as hell.
Yeah, stay tuned for some pathos.
Yeah.
There's some cone zonery happening.
What the kids are calling feels.
Yeah. Well, dang it, Bobby, you're looking at your that face when memes again.
Dang it, Bobby, you're all up in my feelings.
We're already back to the fucking shit that we do.
Hey, Dad, we only know 3 voices. I don't even really know this one.
Oh, yeah, so you were born in the voice acting community. I merely...
Propane accessories.
Yes, I love fucking tractors.
Anyway, fucking Mean Boys.
Mean
There's
Boys.
an iTunes
Tunes review.
Get to 400. God help me. We will drag my mom into a Denny's in Fresno and make her speak to you animals.
Yeah, Keith's mom just posted a picture of her holding an assault rifle, looking fucking with a straight-up Joker thug-ass grin.
She also commented under that, I'm a nice person.
Yeah, which was awesome. So 60 reviews away. We're at 340 right now. You guys have been leaving those. Someone writes, excellent fit. Writes Tom is a hero we deserve. 5 stars. Tom might simultaneously be in Mensa and require government assistance for being mentally disabled.
Wait, what's Mensa?
It's the you got to have a 140 IQ or above. It's like a genius association.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait. So I'm a Mensa-tard? What are they saying?
I think more so the second part than the
Yeah,
first one.
no,
What was the second
they're
part?
saying you're
You're a genius and a lunatic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There you go.
So
Excellent.
so go do that. Just takes a couple taps on your old phone, helps us out quite a bit. Get at us on Patreon. $5 a month gives you weekly bonus content, another hour of Mean Boys in your life. I think there's 56 of them at this point, so there's a whole nother bucket of show for you guys to binge on there. And $10 a month, you get a little goodie in the mail. This month we're doing our horny summer commemorative condoms. I just got the condoms in the mail. I'm in the process of printing the labels, and we're getting those ready to ship off. I'm also catching up on the $25 boxes. I bought a bunch of T-shirts and spray paint in Laughlin, Nevada.
And we're going to need to know if you fuck with these Mean Boys condoms.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to send us some tweets and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
keep us in the loop because we want you guys to be out there.
Want to see a wiener wearing a Mean Boys branded condom? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, that'd be funny. Tweet them at us, not our guests. Thank you.
Yes, please.
I repeat, tweet those pictures at the hosts of the show.
Like, just to be safe, tweet them specifically to Tom. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's the most excited about it. At God's
you know
Gods.
what?
You can tweet them to Ramsey, but that's it. Other than that, yeah.
I'll retweet them. I will retweet them in the name of the boys.
Okay. Yep. And then
the name of the boys.
of the boy.
I wait till we're about to fight in the fucking Civil War with the First Black Regiment. In the name of before our grandchildren's grandchildren, we die for some reason.
Here's a dong.
If you want me to describe your dick wearing a Mean Boys condom in a form of a retweet, tweet them at me.
So yeah, go do that. Go enjoy the Mean Boys subreddit. Our Mean Boys talk about all the latest episodes and post funny shit in there and talk to some friends and get active on the Mean Boys Discord channel, moderated by our very own Alexis Filth. That's a little chat room where you can talk about shit with some other Mean Boys fans, and it's fun. I went and poked around in there a little bit. You guys seem to be having a good time. Follow us on all the social medias: Twitter, Instagram, like us on Facebook, and make sure if you want to drop us a line about anything at all, hit us up at meanboyspodcast@gmail.com or send us a voicemail at 304-805-MEAN. We had a bunch of great voicemails this episode. We always love the voicemail, so please feel free to do that. And one more thing, we're going back on the motherfucking road, bitches.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
First week in November, we're going through Texas in the south, down through Florida. So if you're anywhere in that area, we're locking dates now. So go ahead and get on that tour sheet. It's in the Twitter bio. It's in the show notes. Fill it out. Let us know the closest major city you're willing to come out and see a show, how many friends you got, and whether or not you can crash on your couch, and we'll maybe and hopefully set up a Mean Boys show in your neck of the woods. Yeah. We got live dates ourselves coming up. You'll hear those plugged at the end of the show. I think that's just about it, guys. Right?
I think we're ready to get into this rollicking, emotional roller coaster of an episode.
Yeah, guys. Get ready to laugh, love, and learn with your hosts, Connor,
Everyone
Keith, and
fuck
Tom,
themselves.
the Mean Boys. Right?
Trans, everybody.
Yeah. Stay. If
It'll make sense later.
Yeah. Stay trans, pony boy, pony girl. Stay like Sophie, the singer that does that Pony Boy song I showed you, is trans.
Yeah, I really like
that song. Is awesome.
Or the down.
No, it goes
down,
pony
down.
boy, just a little pony boy, pony boy. Just a little pony boy. It's scary.
Boy!
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
The pony lord!
What's that song?
Everybody dance now.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's
no.
100% what you're doing.
Tom, this is why you're not allowed to watch the Six Flags. You're not allowed to watch the Six Flags.
No, that's a different one. It like starts with wow, wow, wow. Some like man whore actor did a dance to the song.
Okay, that's enough of this intro.
Fat and gay.
He's fat and gay.
Magic Mike. What's the Magic Mike song?
Shut up, idiot. Here's the episode.
Niggas are mean, niggas are mean, niggas are mean. Niggas are mean, niggas are mean, niggas are mean.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. I faithfully execute my duties because I shit reading the Bible. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey,
And I'm
a Serbian dogfight promoter.
But do you want to see violence between animals with no control over their situation? You come to me.
I give you a good price. You watch German Shepherd die.
You give me 5 Legend of Zelda dollars, and I can shoot.
What say you? You see poodle bleed.
You go smash pots, I get rupees, everybody have good time.
good time and you lose pooch.
Yeah.
You
lose pooch. Man, that's the saddest Owen Wilson movie ever made.
Oh, wow. He's gone.
You lose pooch. So much to discuss, you guys.
Marley's bleeding.
I'm back from Laughlin, Nevada this week.
Which we were getting some pretty hilarious updates. They just fluctuated between Laughlin is garbage and I'm watching a lot of videos about magicians.
I watched.
Yeah, Nevada is dog shit and I am autistic. Was the range.
I'll tell you what, guys. I can't be fooled anymore. I know how fucking magic works at this point.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the French drop, the misdirection.
You get a letter from an owl and then you go to school. Everyone knows how magic
I feel
works.
like
What is
owls.
the French drop?
I feel like you'd be pen pals with an owl anyway.
Yeah, no, we can communicate on
The
a
French
deep
drop
level.
is like a palming move where you pretend to do. I don't know exactly what it is.
You
It's-
seemed real confident 30 seconds ago.
Not really, no. I watched a lot of Penn and Teller Fool Us, which is a really fun show, and they made a public access special in like 1984 or something.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's just them doing like a big, like, dumbass public access special.
I like
And
that.
then he goes and at the very end of it, he swears on his mother's grave that they didn't use camera editing, and the whole credit sequence is just them doing cheesy editing tricks, you know? It's pretty funny.
I thought
So,
the
yeah.
French drop was a cute way to say the beheaded King Louis.
No, that's actually what they call the taint when you do anal skateboarding.
Dude, you don't.
Anal skateboarding.
You don't,
I like that.
You don't gooch shred?
Yeah, that's probably the episode title.
Anal skateboarding?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we
Even-
got there real early.
Even though it wasn't particularly funny.
It's going to look good on that iTunes feed next to all our other
wheels.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
weird-
man.
I fart wheels.
I
you
fart
dumb
whe-
shit.
Wheels of cheese, maybe. Come on, guys. He's
Ah,
fat. Man, we were on fire until I turned the mics on, and then I kind of fucked everything up.
Nah, we're good. We're still doing good.
Yeah,
All right, well,
I feel like we're some charcoal burning.
Yeah, we're acclimating to being in the air conditioner room. Every time I come in here, I feel like an outside cat that was like finally invited into the home and is just like so comfortable he doesn't trust anything.
I wanna
Oh,
poop
yeah,
here,
yeah.
yeah.
You're like, oh, a saucer full of milk for me? What temperature room? My favorite. So, yeah, Laughlin, Nevada. Okay, let me just break down what it... Okay, so it's like a resort kind of destination
Right.
for like trailer trash. It's like 5 casinos on like a little strip. You know, there's a little outlet mall. I walked around it. Saddest outlet mall in human history. It has my favorite genre of store, which is souvenir store run by an immigrant.
Yeah.
So it's just everything that he thinks America is. So it's like Make America Great Again 2020 hats and samurai swords and cardboard cutouts of Will Smith in the movie Suicide Squad.
But you're not wrong. These are all things that America has
Wait, Will
posted.
Smith was in Suicide Squad?
You're damn right he was. Fold-out knives
see
shaped
it.
like shotgun shells. A lot of emoji T-shirts. You know.
Yeah. How could you have possibly not known that the whole city of L.A. was made of Suicide Squad posters for like 6 months?
I don't know. I knew that Leto dude was in it.
Yeah, you know, with
the
the big
Mars
chin.
Man.
He
Yeah,
used
Jay
to-
Leto.
Yeah, he used to host the Craig Ferguson show.
Yeah, what's his name? Fat Conan?
Yeah, I call him Vroom Vroom Letterman.
Yeah,
Fallon.
Chin Drew Carey.
Yeah, Jimmy Denham. So yeah, I walked around that little mall, but yeah, it's like it was 100 degrees at like 1 in the morning. It smelled
Christ.
like shit, despite being nowhere near any fucking farming operation. It must have been some kind of septic issue.
Like it was human shit.
Yeah, and I saw
I think they're the worst smelling shits out of all the shits.
I'm inclined to agree.
Except for maybe dogs.
Of all the poop I've smelled, people poop tends to be worse.
Well, we have the most diverse diet, and we
That's
also
what it is.
probably put our body through the most varied, digestive kind of obstacle courses. Because it's like,
we live hard, we dump hard.
Yeah,
okay?
for the people
I mean,
who
yeah,
live in
fucking
like
cows don't eat McDonald's.
No, well, that'd
Yeah.
be weird.
Yeah, it would be cool.
It'd be hilarious.
That's how you got mad cow disease. It was feeding cows other cows.
Yeah,
It was
somewhere,
cannibalism.
whoever writes
why
The
I'm
Far
trying to-
Side just sat up and was like, I have an idea.
I have an idea for mad people disease where I eat enough human flesh that I give myself a virus. I go to ISIS headquarters.
Uh-huh.
Bing, bang, boom. I take them out. I spread that shit.
You know what's
I turn
hilarious?
them into rage zombies.
I
is what
become
you're
I
getting
become the chef for ISIS.
This is
and just by not washing my hands, I take down the caliphate. Now my brain is becoming syphilitic, and I may become radicalized to their cause during this time. But I don't think the amount of harm I could do would equal the amount of good I've done by giving them all mad people disease.
Here's problem one in this plan. You walk in and go, hello, I'm here to apply as a chef. I don't think anyone looks at you and goes, that man knows Middle Eastern cuisine.
Yeah, it's true.
This motherfucker knows his way around a falafel.
But-
It's not a thing.
Still haven't had hummus.
My favorite
Yeah.
part of
25,
this
never
plan
tried it.
is it's pretty much just a Chuck Palahniuk book. And I know you didn't know that.
Is it really?
But yeah, all you have to do is add a
fucking
car
nerd.
crash and time travel, and it's Rant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Kinda.
haven't read Rant.
It's the best wine.
Anyway, so
In my
a
opinion.
lot of camouflage prosthetic legs, or like prosthetic legs,
Which
like
more than zero is
like
a lot.
like not even like veteran legs, like diabetes legs.
Yeah,
100% of them were diabetically lost.
yeah, you didn't lose this leg. This leg was taken from you.
Yeah,
Can you be a diabetic soldier?
I don't. I feel like they'd make an exception for you.
I
just
gotta
based
feel like
on
that
heart.
falls-
They wouldn't make an exception when I didn't have any physical problems.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
that's
you
true,
mentally
yeah.
need to get the fuck out of our office.
Oh yeah, we already saw this Stanley Kubrick.
No, I tried to get into the Army, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. They all are like, no.
getting friend zoned by the Coast Guard is a very
Yeah.
Tom move.
The Coast Guard was my first choice. I
know,
wanted,
'cause, well, you've told me that the Coast Guard saves more lives.
Well,
you
I
know,
just
and
didn't want to be in a position where I
They saved
was,
yours. Like,
Yeah.
letting you in.
But like, I didn't want to be. I like the idea of fucking helping people. But I don't want
I
to.
like the idea of what do you see? Like you're going for some big concept. You go swimming.
I like the idea that he's applying for a Coast Guard. He's like, yeah, it'll be good. I'll sit in that chair by the pool, make sure kids don't fall.
I just didn't want to be in a position where I had to ever point a gun at anybody.
I mean,
Right.
they got mad when I asked them to teach me how to run in slow motion.
Just imagine you're in like a boat crash and you look and you see the Coast Guard coming. You're like, we're saved. And then you see Tom walk on the deck and you're just like, well, I had a good run. Glub, glub, glub.
yeah. Then he jumps. He goes to jump off the deck and go rescue you with his little floaty, and his foot gets caught on the railing. And conks his head into the hole and just dies.
I would have.
The Coast Guard's too busy saving Tom, and everybody's dead.
I was the only Coast Guard guy with a boogie board.
I would have been the only.
2 miles a day. You're like
Yeah, no, I was swimming like a mile to 2 miles a day, but yeah, I would be the only Coast Guard swimmer who has "My Country 'Tis of Thee" fucking playing in the background every time I jumped out of the helicopter.
I don't get
It's
the
a
reference.
Titanic song they played as
No, it's not.
No, it's definitely not.
It's near my God to the you dumb shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
Wait, hang on, Tom. I just want.
Oh, my bad. You are correct.
Yeah, here's what I want to jump in here and point out. You think that
Uh-oh.
the Titanic, a British ship, was playing a song about American pride?
Yeah,
You
know,
fucking retard.
And amber waves of teeth for purple veins in our gross British noses,
like
and
they-
we like drinking tea.
They're playing it, but it's like they're singing a song about a girlfriend they don't date anymore. We miss you.
United Kingdom, United Kingdom,
I think Scotland's part of us.
and Wales too, and maybe Belgium, but I'm not sure.
And the part of Ireland without all the bombs.
This is part of the island where they made the bombs. Man, I was listening to this radio show, and the IRA was really good at terrorism. It's fucking.
Oh, they were
scary.
great at it.
No, they
fucking-
crushed the game.
They were the punk rock version of terrorism.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were ISIS before ISIS.
They really were, man. Scary motherfuckers. I don't know. I don't know what part of Ireland I'm from. Although it wouldn't have been. I came over in the fucking olden days, not like when that was going on.
When
but,
they like signed the
yeah.
the big treaty or whatever, when they kind of stopped blowing each other up a few years back, I was at a Flogging Molly show at the OC Fairgrounds, and the guys in Flogging Molly were understandably very excited because they're mad Irish, so they go out and they're just like, the IRA is not, but after our Lucky Charms or whatever. It was, you just watch everyone at the thing just be like, we're happy for you, but like this
We
is Orange
don't
County,
get
we don't
it.
really have any skin in the game, so like
Yeah,
if you wanted
yeah.
to just get the bagpipe guy back out here.
that Irish Martin Luther King lady who like organized organized all the protests to get them to stop doing that?
St. Patrick.
Huh?
St. Patrick. They got all the snakes out.
No.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's the only important person in Ireland's history.
No, I have no idea who that person is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard her talk. Didn't retain anything she said, but she seemed like she was very confident
Did
on
I tell you when I
stage.
had a conspiracy theorist be my tour guide in Ireland?
Oh, you did tell me about
Yeah,
this. I love
his
this.
name
So-
was Robbie, and he was just like, "Oh, your president. He goes on TV after the Sandy Hook with the crocodile tears, trying to take your guns away. Oh, it's a damn shame. I'm so sorry." You know? And he's like, "Fucking," he's like, got all this crazy shit. We're just like, "All right, Robbie, tell us about the famine walls or whatever." But we're in the car one day, and we're like, "Yeah, how's the government work here in Ireland?" He's like, "Oh, we don't have a government right now. We're in between governments." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's no government. There hadn't been a government in months. I mean, they're thinking about having another election if they can't get a government together." And I'm like, "Okay, this man is clearly on some like Ireland InfoWars shit."
Yeah.
So I get back to my hotel room, I turn on Irish news, and like the was like, "We have a day 26 with no government here in Ireland." It's just like, wait. And I was like, "Wait, what?" I don't know. I was like, "Wait, are we going?" And the candidate who won tweeted this picture of his campaign sign saying he's ready to run again if they don't establish a government. And I was like, "What? I'm in a country with no government?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What a gentle
horrible-
purge.
Is this why the tour was so cheap? You know?
There's no regulatory commission.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
So does that mean there's no laws?
No, there's laws. I think.
But who enforces them? There's no government.
I think there's like, well, yeah, because it's Robbie, but it's all bureaucrats. Oh, it's nothing but bureaucrats running the whole place, you know?
I imagine it runs off a system just like, hey, knock it off.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, Irish people are too depressed to do crime. I mean, like,
right.
Oh, that's historically inaccurate.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point,
It's
I mean,
like their whole deal.
I guess, yeah, that's probably a good point. But yeah, no, walking around Dublin, seeing all the fucking kids who looked exactly like me, blitzed on heroin in the streets,
Oh,
shivering,
man.
just like walking around like, oh man, there's a tableau from another timeline.
Yeah, hilariously, that's also parts of South Orange County you could go to.
Yeah, it's part of a lot of
The
places.
amount of people I know who are dead as fuck off heroin who looked exactly like you growing up is pretty mind-boggling.
Oh, I know. Yeah, just seeing other people, I'm like, oh man, the pores on your nose are also gigantic. This rocks.
You're also just an angry sponge of a man.
Yeah, I saw Kane with an ashtray on it in Laughlin. That was pretty sick. I saw the CCR was playing. All right, so CCR lets out. I go to a little fitness center, and I'm at the hotel. It's got like 6 free weights and like one multi-purpose machine, and I do a little workout or whatever. I'm staying up till 4 in the morning because I'm not fucking doing anything all day. I can't get tired enough to go to bed, you know. So I'm going back up to the hotel. The CCR has let out, and all the security guards are on the floor. Like, all right, move along, sir. Up, not yet, sir. All right, one at a time. Come on. And like they're moving people to the elevators. I'm like, holy shit, was there a shooting? And someone like, look at the police in here looking for somebody. And what happened was there was too many fucking fat people cramming into the elevators, and they weren't going up. So they had to make sure that there was only like one rascal scooter at a time going up to the 12th floor. So I had to wait like 20 minutes to get back to my room.
Man, I fucking...
And while they were falling out, there's a woman with a walker, like probably 65. Walker loaded up with ice chest full of natty ice. And I thought that was pretty good. I was like, get to work, Grandma.
I hope every time...
You're so senile, we just told you this is Vegas, so you better have a good time. Yeah, Granny, there's a famous Las Vegas river right there.
I hope whenever the elevator started rising, they started playing, I see a dead moon rising.
No, that's what they played when the Hindenburg went down.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it?
that would be fun.
Yeah.
I should sync that up. I could do that real quick. I see a bad moon rising, and just
Oh, Bad Moon. That's what it was.
My dad's old airplane racing team was called Bad Moon Racing. I remember that.
Huh.
Yeah.
What was that?
My dad was like talking to me one time. He was like, Connor, do you I feel like I don't know any Democrats. I feel like everyone is a Republican now. It's so scary. He's like, do you know any Democrats? Well, Dad, first of all, a comedian. I'm like, second of all, you're the things you're into are model planes and Formula One racing. Of course, you know a lot of Republicans.
Stop being into Republican shit.
By the way, my dad's Kiss tribute band. He's told me to invite the Mean Boys listening audience.
Hell yes.
I will be attending this show. I haven't seen
As
them
will
live
I.
yet. Keith is free. I'm not sure if Tom is free yet.
I think I have a show in San Diego on that day.
Might need you to cancel it.
you don't have to. You don't cancel. But
I gotta get
I'm
paid
kidding,
when I can
Tom.
get paid.
yeah. So September 29th.
You got so panicked, like we were going to make you quit a job to go see Connor's dad's band.
All right, here's the deal. Everyone, if you're gonna come, please be cool. Don't don't mess with my family. I'm trusting you.
Yeah, we're starting an event page for this.
Yeah, we might, but yeah, just keep it low key. Like, you know, I'll be there. We'll hang out. It'll be fun. You can say hi, but don't fuck with my grandma or anything. September 29th at the Shamrock in Chino Hills. Room service is playing with Led Zeppelin, believe it or not, a Led Zeppelin tribute band.
That's fun.
That'd be great. Led Zeppelin, The Who.
Yeah, they really went a different direction.
And he said, yeah, come out. So I don't know. I'll probably post about it more. But save the date if you want to come out. That's going to be really fun.
Yeah, that'll be a fucking party.
Yeah, I wish I could go. I mean, I don't like Kiss.
Yeah.
But I kind of like you, and I like your fam. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's
I don't love. I like Kiss all right, I guess, but
They're a good time.
I'm
I
going
never
for the
wanna turn them off.
experience. You know,
Yeah.
it's fun. I like watching my dad do his.
he wears makeup and stuff.
No, they do
makeup.
no makeup.
It's a no makeup.
They took
tribute
away
to
the
Kiss.
fun part of Kiss.
Hey, it's about the music, man.
We want to really strip it down to what it was always about: bumming out the young people.
And my dad's a bitch and guitar player. I mean, if you want to see,
Your dad shred.
I believe it.
If you want to see a balding man fucking rip Ace Frehley, it's gonna be a time and a half.
I want your dad and my dad to have like a fucking like rock off against each other,
Oh, that'd
and
be-
then both
yeah.
just realize how 50 they are.
I was describing your dad's music room to my dad. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, so he's got a 6-string bass, a micro Korg, and a 3-piece drum set. And he's like, he's got twice as many strings on his bass as he does drums on his set.
Hey, look, man, he's not about traditional music. He's about being bad at everything.
He's about getting things for free over a long period of time and
yeah, he's
hoarding
about like
them.
if a raccoon was starting a band.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. I have an unbelievable amount of boring things I want to talk about, but we can all save that for another time. What do you say, gang? We get into the old Mexican joke off.
How about yeah?
Ay, so topical.
All right. This is, I think, I'm actually really like my jokes. I think this is the quickest I've ever written them. I think this was
wow.
about 8 minutes of writing at the most.
I had the opposite problem where all mine are bad this week.
All right, guys. A Minneapolis company is offering a fraternity leave program for new pet owners. Lesbian employees are outraged that there is no fur burger eternity leave.
I enjoy
You
that.
fucking moron.
I'm mad. I enjoy that, but I really, really enjoy that.
I love the phrase fur burger. Like, I don't know how accepted of a term it is on a global scale. But it's
I've
always
never
fun.
heard that term before.
It's just funny. Yeah, maybe it's offensive.
I don't
Maybe
even mean
I'm
offensive.
sorry,
I
but,
just
like,
wonder how many people know fur burger.
It's just fucking. I guess you hear it and you get it. You
yeah,
know?
sure.
Like,
No one's ever been confused when I've said it.
yeah, I guess the lips would be the buns, and then the little pussy meat in the middle is the meat. You know, and
Yeah.
the clit is like a pickle or something.
Fur Burger was that Keenan and Kel movie, right?
Oh,
Welcome
that's
to
not
Fur
true.
Burger, home of the Fur Burger.
Burger.
Can I eat your pussy?
Well, that's the sketch. Well, Kel loves pussy juice.
All right, I'll go. A Kansas carnival worker killed 3 people. When asked why, he said he was trying to trade up to the big stuffed giraffe. Apparently, I read, by the way, deeper note on that story that was funny. He was jumping them into, this is real, a carnival mafia.
Oh,
which
fuck yeah.
I was like, how have the Juggalos not sued for intellectual property at that point?
Carnival mafia.
Yeah.
I mean, I do believe that there's a we're like, you're doing the fucking, you're doing the throw the thing into the goldfish bowl and what in my town? I invented that game, you fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it's a nice bucket you got here. It'd be a shame if somebody threw a softball in it and won a turtle.
I feel like probably every comic when it came out had a bit about it, but that show Amish Mafia was so funny to me. You ever
never
see
saw
that?
it. I've never
We're
heard
just
of this.
Amish guys like, yeah, we might have a disagreement on our hands. You know, if he doesn't trim that shrub, I may have to go over there and give him a talking to. Like, you know,
If you gave me one real, like, nowadays gun, I feel confident I could beat the entire Amish Mafia.
oh, dude, that would be so just to go in there with like.
Just an
Call of
iPhone and a
Duty
missile.
weapons. Yeah, you know, just like I have a fucking, you know, a tar from Modern Warfare 2, and I'm just like, what up, nerds? See, this is a heartbeat sensor.
Yeah, oh, it looks like I just became God. Bet it raised me a barn.
I had so much fun going to Amish country with my family when I was like 10 years old, and because we went to Intercourse, Pennsylvania, so everyone's getting T-shirts say I heard Intercourse. I didn't get it. I was 10.
Yeah.
you know. But my cousin Marty sees this Amish chick. She's wearing a skirt like way past her knees, and he just goes, "I can see her ankles. It's an Amish prostitute." It's pretty funny for like
That's a damn fine joke for a
13-year-old kid. Yeah.
All right. A Lyft driver was shot in the head by his passenger. Lyft released a statement that they will be sending the shooter a $50 cleaning fee.
Hey, Tom Goss taking on the rideshare bureaucracy.
Yeah.
You got him, man.
Fuck Joe lifts.
All right.
Bitch.
Man, I got to have the privilege of taking a lift to and from the food stamp office this morning. Which is weird, standing out front of it, and they're just like, well, Mr. Moneybag.
Yeah.
And it was somebody I was talking to the Lyft driver who got me, and he's just like asking, like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, a comedian. He's like, oh, man, you like doing it and stuff? And I'm like, well, you picked me up from the food stamp office,
yeah.
so how much am I doing it and stuff?
Oh, man. Yeah, my food stamps got canceled. The ultimate humble brag, I think.
Yeah, you might be screwed.
Yeah, I'm screwed for a little while. Healthline says that the word vagina is not gender inclusive and instead recommends using front hole. In addition, the anus is now called the food trap door, and the penis is called the front hole plug and or food trap door and food entrance plug.
Shut up. Front hole is awful.
I mean, it just sounds like something a little girl would call it because she kept saying vagina, you know?
Yeah, well, I've seen some trans people and stuff like sort of like talk about this idea of like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
do you call it or whatever. And I'm just like, I get it, do you? But if I was ever fucking somebody and they said fuck me in the front hole, I would burn their house down.
I mean, that's like something
just so they didn't.
I'd
spread.
raise
that's like something that's like what a pedophile wants for dirty talk.
Yeah,
you know?
that's terrifying.
It's just like I don't. It just I feel like
it's also not really on the front. It's on the bottom.
It's sort of on the bottom. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm happy to use the term if that's what it's decided, but it's like it just feels like bad branding to me.
Yeah,
you know?
like if you want to call it a hole, call it a hole. But like hole prime maybe, or like alpha hole.
It's like if Taco Bell was like the Diaritos Locos Taco, you know, like it's just,
the Dumpadilla.
it just sort of sounds as a marketing expert. I feel like we could top it. I don't know.
All right. A man standing trial for wanting to enslave and eat a child was given probation because he's autistic. Court documents refer to the suspect as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hey, hell yeah! Back to the roots.
Hey, we know who we are.
Mentally challenged crime.
And it's like, if you feel bad for me for making fun of him, remember when he was going to eat a kid?
Dude,
I'm the good guy.
So I'm doing this other casino in northern Arizona, and it's 65-year-old people. This is Monday night,
Right.
Old bingo night audience.
Okay.
And I've got like 8 minutes for these people. I ended up doing the 10 minutes of shit I wrote about the casino in Laughlin. You know,
Right.
just to fucking
Just
like
eat time.
I was just like, you guys ever been to Laughlin? They're like, yeah. And I was like, hey, well, hell yeah, you guys.
I thought the whole first chunk of this podcast felt polished.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you worked on stuff.
I basically did the same thing you guys on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem is when I find the way I like want to explain something, I just use it, and then it sounds like I'm always doing material. Which
Oh,
I
I'm
guess
not mad at
I
it.
guess I kind of am, but
No, I wasn't upset.
so anyway, I get on stage and I'm just like, all right, I'm doing crowd work and shit, but the lights are fucking blasting my face, so I can't see anybody. It's
Right.
it's the fucking worst. You know, I'm like, at least turn the lights down so I can do crowd work. I'm trying to fill my fucking time here at this
Right.
godforsaken Indian casino, and I see a big straw hat. I'm like, big straw hat, comedy gold. And I go over like, hey man, what's the deal with the hat? And he doesn't answer. And I'm like, what's the matter? I'm not making. It's a cool hat. Come on, what's your name, man? And then I look and I walk closer under the lights and get my hand over. And I'm like, oh, that's a man with full blown Down syndrome. And his 3 other Filipino family members, and they all seem to understand this is a misunderstanding. I just say, oh yeah, and then one guy goes, he's a cowboy, and I'm like, you're damn right he's a cowboy. Give it up for him. It was the fucking worst.
Oh my God! Yippee-ki-yay!
I did a similar thing where I didn't realize this kid was incredibly autistic, and I asked him what he did for work, and he goes,
I host Mean Boys.
Hell
and he
yeah.
goes, I do karate, and I was like, oh, okay, like you teach karate, and he's like, no, and I was like, are you like a black belt? He's like, I'm a yellow belt. I'm like, no, but what do you do for work? And his family's just getting more and more uncomfortable because I'm not
shit.
picking up on his whatever kind of burgers he has.
yeah.
But like
Burgers.
Karate burger.
everyone at the restaurant was like, afterwards they were like, that guy was dar brain. What were you doing? I was like, I didn't fucking notice.
Man, unstoppable object, immovable force.
I talked to him about. I was trying to figure out how do you make money doing karate for like 10 minutes. Tom. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I think at one point I even said like, is there something wrong with you or something? Like,
I did another terrible gig at like the fucking there's like a little planned community across the street from the La Brea tar pits. This is fucking. I've had the most horrible career, and there's like a little community center, and there's like old people suburb thing.
Yeah.
And I did a show there with Damian Holmes on 4th of July.
Ooh.
And it's going fine. Like I'm doing well or whatever, but I'm like, all right, any questions? I'm doing crowd work, I'm doing Connor doesn't write for these people, so he's going to make fun of the pool.
Yeah, you're spinning the wheels.
Yeah, and any questions? This kid in the front row raises his hands and he goes, "Can you tell a Yu-Gi-Oh joke?" And I'm like, what the fuck? We weren't even doing Mean Boys. This couldn't even be like someone trying to heckle and be funny. They found my schedule, and I was like, I realized he's autistic, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do a Yu-Gi-Oh joke. So I started telling the story about when I lost in the tournament to the autistic guy using the lizard deck, and I realized that the story involved an autistic guy and I was it ended up just having no punchline of any kind. No, I'm just sort of fumbling, and then I was like, all right, good night, everybody.
Oh, man.
Is it my turn?
No, it's Connor. Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Wait, how many? What joke
This
is
is round 3.
It was round 3. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done my second joke.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
cool.
I don't know why I volunteered that information, but all right. While hooking up on an unworked construction site, one man poured concrete into his boyfriend's ass. I've heard of shitting a brick, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah, Tom.
Yo, I've gotten into some weird gay shit that I don't understand who that's fun for. Because having concrete in your butt seems bad. I can't even think of I'm pouring a street in you. Like,
dude,
you're going to die probably. Isn't that hot?
We've had a real renaissance for the "that is ridiculous" joke. I think it's back-to-back weeks of pretty flawless, but this is ridiculous.
But this is ridiculous is becoming the new Bane.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's hilarious, and we all agree.
Everybody, yeah, dude.
Ridiculous is funny.
We got a long-ass
Bane.
email from a guy who's like, "Don't stop doing Bane."
No,
It's the
fuck you,
funniest
dude. Fuck you.
What?
All right.
Fuck you too.
Fish heads dumped in an Alaskan neighborhood have attracted wild bears. Even worse, Dr. Demento has been spotted in the area. That's a great joke, not for Tom.
That
but,
is a fantastic
no
joke.
idea.
yeah, it's pretty damn funny.
I love that Tom can tell when it's just like a thing that's not for him. You just see him like drift away, like I'll show myself out of this conversation.
Look, if you listen to Mean Boys, you probably had the best of Dr. Demento fucking tape. You know?
No one doesn't know the song "Dead Puppies" who's listening to this show.
Oh, I mean, yeah, my entire comedy interest was sparked by Weird Al's Alapalooza.
Oh my God,
wonderful album. So I owe Weird Al a fucking muffin basket or something.
Well, in that honor, here's a joke so dumb I think Weird Al would be proud of it. The EPA says more sea cows have died already in 2018 than in all of 2017. Said one distraught sea cow enthusiast. Oh, the manatee!
Damn, I thought this was going to be a self-burn, but that was even better.
Nah, man, I'm real happy about that.
One of the first internet pictures that really made me laugh was the exploding manatee and it with Hindenburg. And, oh, the huge manatee.
Oh, yeah.
All right. A two-legged pug has won its third straight sprint championship. This is the most impressive triumph over a disability since Connor McSpadden sustained eye contact.
I loved it. I thought that was for sure going to be a joke about me.
I made it about Connor on purpose.
Man, you got layers, my dude.
Yeah,
dude. Building a parfait of fuck you guys.
I'm a man cake.
I was talking...
Tom, never say what you just said again. Tom Goss, man cake.
Dude, pie still got those layers.
It's the Adam Carolla Show, sponsored by Man Cake.
Man cake. Do you want a cupcake but don't want to be gay?
Do you like beef pastry? Well, yeah. Keith and I had a whole debate about savory pies while we were on the road.
Which I'm pro savory pie.
I've never tried them. I don't want.
Like
I would
quiche?
try one, I guess. You know.
Nah, quiche is kind of a different thing. No, next time we go to New York, we're going to the Australian meat pie place.
Okay,
I'll
go. And look, I did the fish and chips.
Yeah, if you don't like it, that's fine.
I had the best fish and chips, and I was like, not for me. You know, I'll have the best meat pie.
Right, and if you don't dig it,
I've had some pretty good ones. Let's not. I mean, you guys know. You guys
fur
know.
pie. That doesn't work there. Fur pie sounds like a Japanese dog breed.
Dude, I was at the Hollywood Improv last night doing a show, and I was talking to Scott Lewis and Lisa Chinu outside, and I talked to him for about 10 minutes. You know, had a nice conversation. And then I was like, I haven't made eye contact this entire time. Well, yeah, I've just been like looking at weird spots in the distance, just like darting around. I'm like, it must be so unsettling to speak to me when I'm just like, I'm trying to. I'm like, just like, oh, because I'll be talking about something that's sincere and just being sort of like candid and vulnerable. But I'm also just like, why is he looking at my shoes and then at the parking lot and then back at my shoes?
Yeah, like they start looking where you're looking, like you saw a thing they didn't.
Oh yeah, like they're trying to catch me, and you know,
Yeah.
it always looks like cops just walked in, and I'm like, okay, are they gonna find the bong?
Be cool, be cool, be cool.
All right. Man has successfully surfed a mattress over a gigantic wave. When asked how he did it, Keith Carey said he just laid real still while the surfer took care of business.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, you're the mattress in the joke.
Yeah, I got it.
Did you? Or were there too many Cheetos in your brain?
Crazy Rich Asians was #1 at the box office this week, so stay tuned for the sequel starring everyone's favorite Asian actress, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, did she play the Doctor Strange lady?
What's
No. She was in the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Oh,
which is
gotcha.
a movie about a Japanese robot lady in Japan, and they're like, well, we'll still set it in Japan, but Scarlett Johansson is the robot.
What's
lady.
Crazy Rich Asians about?
What could you possibly think? It's about poor black children.
That's just the whole game.
It's about like a normal money Asian who meets like a crazy rich one and is like, I want to marry that crazy rich one, and the rich people are like, nah, we don't know about this, and then they let her do it.
Oh, so it's just what's that one book from like the 1800s? It's a reboot of that, but with Asians. Fuck,
The
what's that?
Bible.
No, that's from the Zeros, man.
Oh yeah, well, I called you guys while I was driving, and Keith and I had to explain to Tom how pant sizes work because he didn't know what was the waist and what was the inseam, and I was like,
still don't
well, yeah,
remember.
'cause I guess I was like, well, yeah, Tom, you probably wear like a 34, 36, 30, you know, something like that, and he's like, hey, yeah, to be honest, I don't know what that means, and I was like, did you? Oh, I thought these pants were from the year 3400. Well, I thought I was wearing future pants, and I was mad that pants technology hadn't advanced.
My favorite part was that you just let Tom talk for a while. I was like, yeah, I don't know which one's the tall one and the long one. For like 2 minutes, and there's a pause, and you go, and just checking, Tom, you're 25 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I don't know. You try them on anyways. What's the point of learning numbers when you can just try
I mean,
feeling?
so you know, in the ballpark, I know I don't wear a 26-33. You know what I mean? Like,
Now,
Yeah.
which number is the waist?
the waist is first.
Waist is first.
Yeah, waist is first, and then the inseam. Well, this was all brought up because a friend of the show who will be appearing at some point, Isaac Hirsch, a very funny comic, explained to me that he had a 27-34 pant
Which
size.
is bananas.
Which is ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
like the size of, like, that's like the proportions of, like, the Uncle Sam stilts pants. Like, it's batshit ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's also not that tall. He must have a very short torso.
I think he's pretty tall. He's just so slight, you probably don't think, because
Yeah.
he's probably 6 foot.
Yeah, that's the size
Really?
pants like Jack Skellington wears.
Yeah, and maybe just as a short torso. Yeah, exactly. It's just fucking. It's not. He has to like get him like from the dark web or something. Like he's just like, yeah, it's impossible.
Isaac's real funny. I feel bad. I forgot who he was the first 9 times I met him, but I think after a while I thought I was doing a bit. I wasn't. I just have a lot of concussions, buddy.
Yeah. All right, whose turn is it?
Tom's.
It's my turn.
Oh, Tom is in repose right now. Don't move a muscle. I want a photograph of you.
Yeah, draw me like one of your French bitches.
Yeah.
That's from my favorite movie, America Boat.
Oh, man, that song is going to be the last song that plays if the world ends on CNN. Keith told me about
Oh,
that.
it's one of the
Yeah,
most...
my country 'tis of thee.
No,
Yeah. Okay. Long time to explain, but go Google that. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Google CNN End of the World video.
Russia's prepped a search party for a nuclear missile it lost at sea 6 months ago, giving us the Illuminati version of, oh, my bad, dude, I can't find my keys.
What?
It
Sure.
was.
Look, it's the fourth joke.
Was it
Yeah,
like a
it's-
dude? Where's my car thing?
It's.
I got where you were going.
Yeah, it was. The key guy where I was going, it wasn't my best joke.
No. Quite bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
All right. You want to do a joke?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Are you looking at butts?
No.
What are those?
Nothing.
You're not on at fat cheeks
No.
or at fat _ cheeks.
Okay, that's where all the good stuff is.
Dude, underscores really are like the underground version of
This is gonna be great.
of like handles. Like, you know, if you go to
Shut
like
up.
No, Tom, it's for when you have a common, but not that common last name.
Yeah.
well, like if you I meant more for like you want photos of, feet, not, but if you go to underscore feet, then those are like the raunchy feet.
No, you're
not at all
incorrect on every conceivable level.
It's just something I've noticed.
Yeah, well, you put 2 X's at the beginning and the end. That means you're a sniper.
Yeah, that means your name has whiskers.
No, I'm not a foot guy. I'm just saying.
That's not the issue with your point.
I'm gonna do some foot research based off exactly what I just said.
I'm staring at feet with binoculars.
I wish I was a foot guy. That seems like a pretty harmless one.
I can be in the right context. Like I feel like it's like sort of like 1 out of 100. I'm like, yeah, put them in my mouth.
I'm not a
I guess I
foot.
would suck toes. I don't think I've ever sucked toes.
It's a pretty good time.
I feel like that would feel good.
Your bit you have
the
about
other
like
person.
women like making the he went to Jared face about like looking at butthole.
Yeah.
Very similar thing. If you find a gal who's
Yeah.
like not, I feel like 90% of like ladies not super into it. The other 10% are just like, oh me, like
Yeah, I'm not a foot guy. I do kick a lot in my sleep though.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
So after 7 years of construction, a Russian monument was revealed to be a statue of the wrong man. One official said, if this happened in China, we could have gotten away with it.
Nicely done. A man is facing life in prison after sexually assaulting a sleeping passenger on a Spirit Airlines flight. Authorities are shocked that any human being could fall asleep on a Spirit Airlines flight. It's a bad plane.
You could
Yes.
fall asleep in the plane the Wright brothers flew
Dude, no,
in.
dude, I went fucking middle seat on a Spirit Airlines flight.
Really?
There has never been a less sleepable situation.
Even because you can sleep anywhere. I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm a conky-donker, dude. Like,
yeah, you're Conky Kong, bro.
Yeah, I'm conky Kong. No, that was the biggest nightmare I've ever flown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A young boy is dying from leukemia. A young boy who
Stop.
whom?
Plant your feet. Try again.
All right, feet planted. A young boy who is dying from leukemia wants racing stripes on his coffin. Meaning this boy will be going 0 to 60 when they drop his casket into the ground. In other news, Duraflame is now sponsoring cremations.
All right.
Oh, nothing going on there. Nothing linear. No
All right.
turn.
Tell you
What?
plant your underscore feet. Write a better joke.
Tom, where in the hot fuck does Duraflame enter the equation?
Everything you just said was asinine bullshit.
Well, that's your opinion.
It sure is.
It's and I will.
That gave me an aneurysm.
I will defend your right to have it, even if it's wrong.
I will defend to the die.
Duraflame is just a great reference. Okay, it's in all great comedy specials. Pryor, Nanette, Cosby.
No.
All right. Well, after the. That was a great one. It's like, oh, this was fun, and then whoever's last is just like, ah, shit. I'm kind of thumbing it in here.
Yeah, I had a good start,
Yeah.
and then ended in flames.
Duraflame.
Duraflames.
Boom, it's all coming
Oh,
together.
I
All right,
alley-ooped you, bitch.
Ah, shut up, you fat
All
goon.
right.
Riff off.
We'll be right back.
And now, Tom Goss reads a direct quote from the President of the United States.
But it's a tremendous form of energy in the sense that in a military way, think of it, coal is indestructible. You can blow up a pipeline. You can blow up the windmills. You know the windmills. Boom, boom, boom. Bing. That's the end of that one. If the birds don't kill it first, the birds could kill it first. The birds could kill it first. They kill so many birds. You look underneath some of these. You look underneath some of those windmills. It's like a killing field. The birds, but that's what they were going to. The birds could kill it first. They kill so many birds. You look underneath some of those windmills. It's like a killing field. The birds. But that's what they were going to. They were going to windmills. And don't worry about when the wind doesn't blow. I said, What happens when the wind doesn't blow? Well, then we have a problem. Okay, good. They were putting them in areas where they didn't have much wind, too. And it's a subsidiary. It's a subsidiary. and it's a subsidiary. Is it subsidiary or subsidiary? And it's a subsidiary. You need subsidy for windmills. You need subsidy. Who wants to have energy when you need subsidy? So, coal is doing great.
That was Tom reading a direct quote from the President of the United States.
Oh, and the Mean Boys podcast returns.
Back.
Last night I dropped by the Comedy Store. I got a copy of the new book, Ringside: A Roast Battle, The First 5 Years of LA's Fight Club for Comedians by Julie Seabach?
Seabog. Julie the C Word wrote a great book about Rose Battle. And it's,
Old Seafaring Julie.
and I wanted to put out that I literally just opened to a random page of it, and it happened to be about me and Connor. And if you could read this excerpt.
Yeah, if you want to leave now, you can, Ross, then cautioned the audience. It's a very special Wiener Takes All. None accepted the out. Paying homage to Skankfest's Naked Roast with Zach Amico, Connor McSpadden, and Keith Carey's third recurring showdown saw the best friends dropping boxing ropes for a fully nude, ballsiest battle of the lot. By all accounts, the pair did tell jokes, but attentions admittedly focused somewhere south of their mouths, particularly when Carey sank into a deep squat and McSpadden hoisted one leg atop Carey's back like a seafaring captain. Coach T unleashed strands of sultry saxophone music throughout. So yeah, you could. We're in a book. That's weird.
If I've learned anything from that excerpt, it's that instead of calling it a front hole, we should call it a south mouth.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Ooh, a south paw, even better. Yeah.
Oh, there you go,
a little
man.
knuckle. So
Yeah.
go pick up Julie's book, Ringside of the Roast Battle: First 5 Years of LA's Comedy Fight Club. If you're a roast battle nerd, which I know some of you guys are,
And it's insane. It's insane. We've been doing this for 5 years. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you and me came in around honestly. I've been doing it for 4 years, I feel.
Probably year one. I consider myself a part of the second wave of roast battlers.
Yeah, and I was
when
sort
I came,
of,
Ross was already there, and
Yeah.
that whole thing, Rel was still there, and all that. So, yeah, no, it was fucking. I mean, every great thing that I've gotten, every cool thing I've gotten to do in my career is because of the roast battle. It's fucking. And I talked to Moses about it, and he's like, "Yeah, put anybody up because I feel like if I don't do that, I'm depriving myself of new talent." And sometimes even still, someone goes up there, does a great job, and it's kind of everyone gets introduced to you in a really cool way. Because I went up there. No one knew who I was. Joe Dosh, dearly departed from the podcast, not from life. Talked me into doing it after we bullied the shit out of our friend Derek Murray at a show in Huntington Beach, where I had a pretty good line where I was like, Derek, do you wear superhero T-shirts because they have two identities and you don't even have one?
That's a good ass
I
line.
was like, that's off the cuff pretty good. But
Yeah.
So he bullied me into doing it. I battled Drew Lynch. It was I remember going up. It was Ross and Dave Attell and Tony were judging, and I just told the first joke, and I looked up, and all those people were laughing. I saw everyone in the back laughing, and it was like all of a sudden I got off stage, everyone kind of was like, "Oh, hey, hi, nice to meet you." I kind of introduced myself to that whole crew, and it was really a beautiful time, and being there in that period.
Yeah, that era was insane. I remember the first one I ever went to was when you fought Steve Hernandez.
Oh yeah, in the main room.
Yeah, and it was funny because I was like, I didn't know the show existed, and I was like, this is the most punk rock fucking thing I've ever seen. And then they were like, yeah, this is like a lame one. Like you got to come to not because of you, because of the main room.
Yeah.
Like, you got to come to it in the belly room. And I went, I'm like, oh, this is everything I've ever wanted comedy to be.
No, it was funny. I was up there, I would be there looking at it, and I'd be like, shit, we're gonna talk about this for the rest of our lives. It was a beautiful. It was like you hear that shit about shows and stuff, and you're like, oh, whatever. And then seeing that, I'm like, oh man, I get it. So it was it's been a fucking amazing thing for me, for comedy. It is legitimately a worldwide phenomenon, and it's kind of cool. It's you got a little book about it now. There's some pictures. I think the boys get a couple shout outs. I haven't read all of it, but throw it up on the shelf. It's a little coffee table book. It's a fun picture of me and Joe battling at Riot here. That's fun with Willie Hunter doing some karate moves and shit. They got all of us posing in front of the billboard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So go check that out.
Yeah, man. And with that out of the way, we're going to play a game that does not have a name yet because it's kind of just a hodgepodge version of an old game we used to play.
Yeah.
We've done Is This Domain Name Taken fucking forever. We're going to do it today, but it's Is This Twitter Handle Taken?
Yeah.
And I've combed the dumbest possible Twitter handles I could think of. Let's see if they're real. You ready?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
How you doing, Tom?
Oh, I'm feeling beautiful.
I looked over during that emotional tribute to Roast Battle, and for half a second, you genuinely looked asleep.
I mean, no one is more tired of talking about Roast Battle than me.
Yeah, I was saying, but I want to give you
I love it to death, but I'm just like, you're like, so what's it about? I'm like, I've already.
There's only calling my friend gay is funny. Like,
It's a beautiful thing, and it's done a lot for me. Blah, 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 blah.
Smarter men than us could explain why it matters. First one,
Exactly,
is this Twitter handle real or not? @buttfuckerson.
Yeah, that's real. That's for sure. I feel like I've seen that guy. That guy might be like a big account or something.
Buttfuckerson.
Buttfuckerson. @buttfuckerson.
I gotta imagine that's real. You can't not fuckerson the butts. That spirit's out there.
Great.
What? Am I right or
Did you
wrong?
just Google translate your own speech? You dummy. Buttfuckerson is a real Twitter handle.
Hey,
he has
logic
0
is-
followers, and he has tweeted exactly once. 5 years ago, he said, "I just downloaded Minecraft."
Real man. I'm gonna go retweet that right now.
As will I.
Yeah, @buttfuckerson.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Fuck
right.
yeah.
While you're working on that, I'll give you your next one. Is this Twitter domain taken? @hornyweatherman.
Ooh, yes.
Oh.
This is like someone tried to start a parody account, and they just didn't really fucking. It just didn't take off. You know, like they didn't commit to it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was some guy who was like, I'm gonna have this whole horny weatherman character, and he did it 6 times and he gave up. Because I thought about doing. I was going to start one called Scat and Oswalt, where I was going to be like, skiddy-ba-dap, boo-ba-dap, ba-ba-dap, a Blade Runner director's cut. Like,
I thought it was going to be a shit thing. That's so much funny.
Yeah. I was just he was just going to make jazz sounds and then say Pat and Oswalt.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Phantom Menace bad.
Squeebly-dee bop bop ba-doo-ba-da bop bop ba-da-ba ba-da-ba Brie is the best cheese. Like, you know, or just whatever.
All right, I just retweeted Buttfuckerson.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't like it though. Fuck that shit. I think Horny Weatherman is going to be open.
@hornyweatherman is real.
Wow.
And you're exactly right. It's a parody account who took a hard swing. 1 following, 7 followers.
Oh, nice.
Although the first one's kind of fun. Everything's dry out there right now, but Mother Nature's going to be one wet bitch tonight.
Who's he following? Like Mark Krisky or something?
I did not see. I should have checked. I just got screenshots. Next one.
I'll look it up.
@lumpy nutsack.
Lumpy
Oh,
nutsack.
shit.
I
don't know who
I
that
don't
would
think that's
parody.
taken. I just don't think.
I'm trying to think. All right, Lumpy Nuts. Is that what would they?
I like the
I'm
logic.
going to do
train
one
you're
called
trying to
Horny
write.
Weatherman, and he just talks about whether or not he's horny, and
just
he
like-
always is.
Doing like horny either ors.
Yeah, he's just following one guy that's presumably the guy who created Horny Weatherman.
Today's forecast: horny with a chance of sex.
I think that's Lumpy Nutsack. I think is it's not taken.
Okay, we both think fake. That one is fake.
Yeah,
Next one @rapevan98.
real.
Yeah, that's real.
I mean,
I hope this guy.
that's
was-
crazy.
I
There are
hope it was-
97 other rape vans, but I think that's real.
I hope he was born in not 98, not graduated in 98, because that means that he hasn't been driving for as long. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want him at least younger, so it's like this is
Yeah,
acceptable.
I hope he's at least like he hasn't had that long of a rape van driving career.
RapeVan98 is real.
Yeah.
I don't know how old he is because it's just a picture of Tommy Wiseau from The Room. Although he does have one funny tweet: "Just voted for a dude, no homo."
That's not bad.
But it's funny until you go through the rest of his tweeting and realize, oh, I think this is a Trump guy.
What? No way.
Yeah, what rape van?
Ah, not to be confused with rape vans, which is what you wear to the Pennywise show. Shots.
All right, next one.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah. I'm here to deliver a joke. Okay. Goodbye. Bring, bring.
@John Wilkes Boobs.
I want that to be real.
If that's not, someone snap it up. John Wilkes Boobs. No, I don't think so. That reeks of Carrie revisionism. It's got your fucking Cheeto prints all over it.
Sic semper dead anus.
Yeah, you know what's real weird is because I'm distantly related to John Brown, and then in high school,
You've never brought this up before.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever brought it up on the podcast. Me and this guy fucking hated each other, and he brought up
No way. You and another person did not
he brought up
copacetic?
that his relative was John Wilkes Booth.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, shit, that makes sense. Our ancestors also disliked each other immensely. I think I'm genetically disposed to not liking people. This was not a great story. I am fully off right now, so I'm just going to continue putting my foot higher up on my
Tom,
thigh.
you're leaning to you're
Tom, you fat sideways flamingo.
yeah, Tom, you've like turned your body into like a weird arc.
I can't deal with how much of your thigh I'm seeing right now.
Can you do these?
Tom, it's not no more swim trunks while we're podcasting. That's a
you
new
gotta wear
rule.
pants.
Hey,
Boy,
my
man.
shirt's on. No one should be complaining.
This is the most clothed we've been doing a show in
Because
months.
we have air conditioning, bro.
We're in the future.
Luxury.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm going to do more physical gags.
That's why
as
I
we
should buy the roast
podcast
battle
this.
book because we're trying to get air conditioning for the whole squad, baby.
I mean, how can you not buy the Rose Battle book when the show has fostered talent like this?
I know, yeah. Oh, the fucking. Have we ever done any? What if Bane molested Pokemon?
Yes, don't tell your trainer.
I'm gonna caterpie in your mouth. A meta poop.
I'm Rhyhorny.
I'm gonna throat fuck you till you're coughing.
Oh, no. John Wilkes Booth is fake. Somebody get it. One of our fans.
Yeah, someone grab that.
Did I tell you the story about the guy who I went to school with who owns...
Two more. At Hitler69420.
That's
Taken.
real.
That was the first handle ever registered. It was Jack Dorsey and then Hitler 69420.
No one has it.
No one has it?
A Mean Boys fan. First one of you get Hitler69420, I will send you something. I want that to be a Mean Boys affiliated
Yeah,
account.
a fucking community guideline strike because we don't support hate handling.
Exactly. And last one, at Cone Zone.
Ah, you piece of shit.
Well, I mean, in California, there's all those lines that say like "slow for the cone zone." So this is probably some like Department of Transportation, like lame, corporatized, want to be cool Twitter account where it's
Yeah,
like,
not like an ice
"Whoa."
cream cone.
No, it's not as cool as an ice cream cone company that'll never exist. But I guess it is because it's it's like what's how many times does 0 go into 100? It's infinity because
Guys.
you're never going to create the cone zone.
Okay, fight the system. Send me money to start Cone Zone, okay?
Yeah, they already send us money and
No. Cone Zone specific money.
Here's a counteroffer. Don't do that.
Yeah, if you start a Cone Zone Patreon, I will learn how the law works and take action.
I will Google the law.
Do you understand that I'll lose all of my tax breaks for employing a mentally deranged man? I'll be in the red by hundreds of dollars.
I'm just saying that people need a zone where they can cone.
I do think that Cone Zone would work. I just don't like. Well, there's certain aspects of it will not work. Making a cone out of just pure chocolate is going to melt. It's not particularly doable.
You pitching Cone Zone is like Michael Bay pitching Schindler's List. Like, yes, it's a great idea for a movie. You're not the man to make it.
Yeah, that's a pretty perfect analogy.
I'm not Michael Bay in this scenario. The genius who came up with Cone Zone is the genius who could run it out of the ground.
So you want a subterranean ice cream hobbit holery?
Cone Zone, the #1 cone establishment for the mall people community.
Come down the ladder and try out toffee encrusted cones.
The chocolate cone won't melt because we're miles from the sun.
Yeah, the cold, unforgiving embrace of the earth is the perfect environment for
There's something about
sprinkles.
the crust, but the cone it has a crust. Can I have money?
A
Cones
cone-shaped
come in
building would really sell
strawberries.
this, actually.
They come in chocolate and many other flavor.
When do moles get teeth?
Are you yeah, no, it's like a cone-sized building for Cone Zone. Or a cone truck.
Sized?
A cone size.
No, cone
The big-
shaped.
You know,
No,
cones.
no take backs. This is your plan
It's
now.
the size of an ice cream cone.
Wallow in your own stupidity.
So you have to now look. If you shrink down the operation, some of the logistics of the properties of these cones might actually be more functional if you had a shrink ray with which to downsize your customers so they could enter your building. Impossible, $1 trillion
You're describing that
operation.
Matt Damon movie, but with ice cream now.
Yeah, I am. That's what you described when you said you wanted a cone-sized
I
building.
wanted a cone-shaped building.
You said size.
All right,
I meant shape.
You want the Arrested Development lemon banana stand, you know.
No. I want it to be a building. Doesn't have to be like a skyscraper, but it needs to be.
I don't want an ice cream shop that is also a 400-story skyscraper. I'm not greedy.
I want to scrape the toe of God with my conery.
Breaking news today is the Burj Khalifa is replaced as the world's tallest building by the Cone Zone.
Saudi Arabian business magnate says it is money laundering operation.
I'm just
But
saying,
we also
if-
have butterscotch.
Yeah, no one expected this ice cream shop located in, I have to assume, Barstow, California.
Yeah, no one knows why either that the Saudi Arabian business guy has a Russian accent.
Hello,
but-
I'm from Saudi Arabia. We do much shit with swords.
I'm from Saudi Arabia. Huh? Oh, you filthy traveler.
I do not care for this Aladdin comrade.
I don't think the Saudis would enjoy the cone zone. Maybe.
Are you ready to get your fucking mind blown?
It's not taken.
Oh, so at Cone Zone is taken.
Damn it.
It's taken by a guy who just fucking never tweeted. But
Oh.
there was a bunch of Cone Zone derivatives, and I screenshotted this. So I want you to know I wasn't looking up while we were talking. And the one that I screenshotted that was funny was at Cone Zone SA. And the bio is Cone Zone, the highest quality ice cream in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I swear to fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the scribbly language too. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing that thing where it's all tildes, but somehow it means
we
cones.
need to tweet out this photo.
I will.
Oh man!
I cannot believe how perfectly that rounded itself.
Holy shit!
I don't even think you brought
They
it
don't
up.
even
I
have
think I brought
photos
it
of
up.
fucking cones.
I
It's
didn't
just
realize
ice
I was-
cream.
They're disrespecting the whole idea.
You can't have a cone zone and then just advertise the ice cream.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, you can, Tom.
You want to know how many?
You to the punch.
You want to know how many ice cream places there are called Cone Zone? Like 400.
but not one that's specific to cones.
It's almost like it's a bad idea because no one had it.
What?
On that note,
Yeah,
I think-
Tom, you think you're the Nikola Tesla of ice cream? You're just one of his pigeons.
No, I think of the fucking Benjamin Franklin of cones, not the ice cream. The cones.
because you're going to get a gouch.
because you also have syphilis.
Yeah. Hey, I have a syphilis brain without any syphilis. I don't need syphilis.
We get
on
it.
top
You're
of
dumb
it.
and you don't fuck.
Because you're bald and obsessed with stoves? Because you've urinated on a printing press machine before? I could continue. I know a lot of things about Benjamin Franklin.
I didn't know that pissing on the printing press.
Yeah, that's why they had to clean the ink off, apparently, or something like that. They used to have to piss on him, and he was like, "Yeah, I was 10 years old, and I had to go piss on a bunch of printing shit to make like flyers for America, something." I don't know.
America playing at your friend's bar.
I think it's just unfair. You could be.
I was like trying to be like one of those 4chan like fucking educated like fedora nerds when I was a kid, and I remember reading his autobiography and just
Right.
like that was like the one thing I only retained the shittiest information. of
Yeah,
any-
the most useless.
I'm just like, oh yeah, Benjamin Franklin peed on something. Is my
which
fucking
is hilarious.
yeah. He also had a system of like he would like have this like moral spreadsheet, and he would give himself demerits, and he's like, "Oh, I wasted the evening reading. That's an idleness demerit or something."
Huh.
It's just fucking weird.
That's interesting. Well, now that we've learned about Benjamin Franklin and crushed Tom's dreams with the Saudi Arabian
you think
ice cream
that crushed
empire,
my dreams? I could do it better than Saudi Arabia.
there's not one thing in the world where that sentence could be true.
Yeah.
What are you better at than the Saudi Arabian government?
Maybe comedy. Maybe.
Look at they all work.
Perhaps.
Hey, we built a robot. He tells the jokes. None of us can do a Saudi Arabian accent.
I'll tell you what. I don't think we're gonna do ourselves any favor trying.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Mean Boys podcast will be right back right after this.
Swoosh. How the fuck are you, everybody? It's your boy, Mark Malloy. You might know me as South Boston's #1 name in general scumbaggery, or as the guy who tied a bunch of balloons to a lawn chair to try and watch a Sox game without paying $300 on my left nut for nosebleeds. Fucking bandwagon cocksuckers driving up ticket prices. It's so steep, God-fearing Americans like me can't even afford to spend an afternoon with their families whipping batteries at the Yankees. And I'll suck Derek Jeter's dick live on stage at Radio City before I shell out that kind of money. So I went down to Party City, I got a fuck ton of these fucking balloons, and I hovered my ass over the green monster. Yeah, it was working great until someone went deep and took me out like a fucking bird in a jet engine. I went down faster than that knob gobbler Tom Brady at Fleet Week. Long story short, I'm currently in the hospital, laid up with a wicked case of what the doctors are calling massive trauma of the everything. And there's fuck all to do in here except try to get the nurse to jack me off and watch the news. And she doesn't seem, super into it. I don't know. I can't tell if she's a rug muncher or doesn't speak English or what the fuck's going on. But I'm watching the news, and holy shit, kid. Everybody that cocksucker Trump hired is getting popped. Michael Cohen's done. Paul Manafort's getting fucked over proper. Both these fellas are like Shamu. They can flip as hard as they want, but they're still going to die in captivity. And while I sincerely hate Donald Trump and think anybody who works for him has it coming, I also got a soft spot for anybody who gets popped by the fuzz. My hatred of New York is eclipsed only by my deep love of criminal endeavors. And that's why I'm here to offer my tips on surviving a trip to the joint. So Paul and Mikey, if you're out there, listen the fuck up. Okay, so rule 1. First day, do some gay shit. Like, immediately, before anybody asks you to. Normally, rule 1 is fight the biggest guy in the yard. But let's face it, you're not the fighting type. Paul Manafort looks like somebody aged the dad from 7th Heaven in a whiskey barrel, and Michael Cohen's, a fucking Jew. Look, I'm not being anti-Semitic. I'm just saying they haven't won a fucking fight in 8,000 years. I don't see them starting now. So utilize your greatest asset, moist holes. Are you going to love it? Probably not. But it's going to happen anyway, so you can either be a victim or you can be a team player. Plus, if you're backing up on it, you can kind of control the depth of the swing. It's the same reason I hold my own beer bong, because I know how much I can take to the back of the throat before I'm going to puke. The twinks in Boys Town call it topping from the bottom, but I prefer to call it fucking smarter, not harder. Rule number 2, be white. I'm not saying that's not fucked up, but it's going to make your trip easier. And honestly, you guys have this one fucking all the way covered, so we'll move on to rule number 3, keep to your fucking self. Some people will tell you to join a gang. And sure, if this were West Side Story, go to fucking town. Get out there in the streets. Razz Officer Krupke or whatever the fuck. But we're talking hardcore motherfuckers. So unless you want to get choked to death with a fucking shoelace, mind your own fucking business. Don't talk to nobody. Don't be friends with nobody. I know you got a knack for scheming your way into power, but don't get uppity and try to become the comptroller for the Aryan Brotherhood or some shit, because it doesn't end well for you. Prison gangs are like the Republican Party. They might say they got your back, but when the shit goes down, they do not. And finally, rule 4, have fun. Sure, it's not fucking ideal, but prison isn't the worst place you can go. They got a gym, you get to meet new, exciting, terrifying people, and you get all the top ramen your butthole can buy. I'll pass on some wisdom I got from my grandfather, Declan Mad Dog Malloy. Declan served 50 years in Rikers for beating 20 cops to death with nothing but a sack of potatoes. He used to say to me, Marky, always remember this. When life hands you lemons, stick them in the back of the shitter in your cell and make some pruno. All right, it's time for the nurse to come scrub the gunk out of my body cast. I'm going to see if I can get her to throw me a handy before the morphine kicks in. Good luck, motherfuckers.
Oh, and the Mean Boys podcast is back, and it's time to dip into the Mean Boys mailbag.
It's a Mean Boys mailbag. Fuck everything. God is dead. Send us an email or give us a call. Have you ever heard the one about keeping the dog? It's a motherfucking Mean Boys mailbag.
Bag of mail.
Mean Boys mailbag.
Yep, there's a jingle from Andrew Hillary himself. Oh, we got a bit, even on short notice, we got a pretty fat mailbag this week. Let me scroll on down.
Our bag is swollen with wisdom.
Oh, yeah. Resplendent.
real
Oh,
quick,
yeah. Someone, I think fucking homeboy from Germany. What's his fucking name? He asked us, Hendrik asked us, fuck, marry, kill the 3 roast battle judges. I've considered my answer a little bit. I'm all right. I kill Anthony Jeselnik. Sorry,
We know your wisdom here.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
I have to fuck Jeff Ross. Because I don't want Jeff Ross to die. You know,
Okay.
Jeff's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be any fun for anybody, but we'll get through it. And then I would marry Nikki.
Interesting.
Nikki's very nice.
I think I love Jeff. I think I kill Jeff just because he's had the longest run.
Okay,
He's
all
the
right,
closest
fair.
to death.
Yeah.
I fuck Anthony Jeselnik because,
of course,
I want to fuck Anthony Jeselnik, and then I marry Nikki because someone's got to be a third thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Nikki has the longest overall earning potential, so I feel like I'm trying to marry into some money here.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
And also, I feel like I would want to fuck Anthony Jeselnik once, but I feel like it would be a bummer to do it twice.
Gotcha.
Like, I can't take the level of emotional abuse I want him to put me through 2 times.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some real like.
Oh, we're gonna do
Dahmer
some
shit.
real. I'm on a leash for
Yeah.
this.
I'd marry Jeff because he's the closest to death of the 3.
Okay.
And also,
Oh, smart.
Oh, that is smart
pick.
thinking.
yeah, and also I feel like we'd get along just hanging around the house.
I like that you said that. Like, yeah, everybody wants to watch their husband die. That's what it's all about.
I'd fuck Nikki, kill Anthony, and then
Okay.
I'd take over his show. Then I think
That's
it's
how it
canceled.
works.
yeah,
if you-
his show that's been canceled for many
Yeah,
years.
if you eat his heart, you get to host the Jezelnik offensive in the past. It's a very
yeah,
weird.
you get the host Anthony Jeselnik's show. What's it called? Tosh.0?
Yeah, look at that's in the fine print of all Viacom contracts. If somebody eats your heart, they get your show. Which is why I am working on my bow and arrow skills and heading to Chris Hardwick's house. No, I'm kidding.
Stab him with the point.
I'm not going to shoot Chris Hardwick with a bow and arrow.
Go back to Stab Midnight.
All right. This Myrtle Zeke asks us on Instagram, have the boys ever won any contests? I think I've won 2 contests in my life: the Ventura Comedy Contest and the Cosmic Bowling Dance-Off when I was a kid.
I'm gonna need more information.
I did a lot of dance moves at the Cosmic Bowling Dance-Off that I learned on the show Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Like the disco points.
Right.
I really left it all on the floor. I believe I had some kind of silly outfit that I'd cobbled together, and I was given the prize. I don't remember what the prize was, but I remember I was pretty proud of myself.
Nice. I won a pie eating contest once.
Yeah, what?
I don't want it to be true, but I did. It was a church camp thing.
Oh man,
It was just who can eat a pie fast, and it was me. I was
went
the guy
to
who ate the pie fast.
I went to like Bible like fucking group one time in middle school, and they had
Right.
a pie eating contest, and it was just tin things full of whipped cream. You know,
That's
and
pretty much what our
I think you like
situation
fucking
was.
won a Bible. It was
Yeah, it was
impossibly
mad
lame.
gay. Like
Yeah,
I would be bragging if it was a good. I wanted to enter a pie eating contest at the Orange County Fair, embarrassingly recently, because I was like, you get free tickets to Knott's Berry Farm if you win. It's where they invented the boysenberry, so it's a tie-in.
Oh, God,
Thing, but-
beautiful marketing. Kit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they wouldn't let me enter.
Well, they just saw you and they're like, "You're juicing."
Yeah, the Barry Bonds of eating a pie with no
You're on
hands.
pie steroids.
Fucking cherry bonds.
Just quick reminder: at my funeral, I would like a pie eating contest with whatever surviving, willing ex-girlfriends or sexual partners I've
my
had.
favorite.
But the winner has to go up against me.
Yeah, you're the final boss.
I love that this is a
You're
world
the
where
E Honda of fucking pie.
this is a world where I outlive you.
Can we throw in another curve?
Sure.
Can I be the one who makes all the pies?
Yes.
I'm out.
Yeah, I want you to learn how to, and it'll be edible. It's like all the ingredients in pie. There's no like outside of an egg. I think you're pretty safe. From
Oh, you're right.
salmonella.
Tom won't figure out a way to fuck this up.
No, I think you got. I believe in Tom.
Look at his face. Look how happy he is. He knows he's going to put a broken light bulb in there.
Well, don't hurt my ex-girlfriends. All right, I just
That's
want.
Connor's job.
What if
No, emotionally
what if one of them hurt
because
you?
of my self-hatred.
That's what I meant.
What?
What if one of them hurt you?
What do you mean, like physically or
I don't
like
know.
emotionally?
Oh, then like kill her with piano wire. No, idiot, don't hurt her.
No, they're all welcome. They all just look. It's 10% of my inheritance.
Yeah.
To whoever. And it'll be a fun thing.
10% of my inheritance.
It'll be fun. I mean, I'm leaving the rest of my
You
kids.
get my Epstein monster kid.
Spotted in the movie Brewster's Thousands.
Yep. Brewster's hundreds.
Yeah, Brewster's $7 left on this Starbucks gift card.
Brewster's sneaker collection.
Brewster's
you got
copy of Brewster's Millions on VHS.
Crazy sneakers.
Brewster's mostly done bag of beef jerky. All right. One time me and Keith did a podcast, and I came in with some Panda Express, and I almost forgot it. And I was like, oh, I almost left my life savings here. I was particularly broke at the time, and I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I'm a 2-time Blazing Challenge winner, but that was more a competition with yourself.
Yeah. It's like
You do not
it's like a fat golf.
You do not defeat the wings, you defeat your own
Yeah.
weakness.
And I almost
Yes.
won a
Fat
high
golf.
school wide rock, paper, scissors contest.
Oh, I won the Colony High School Yu-Gi-Oh championship for something for which Kent Nguyen still owes me like $20. So Kent, if you're out there, pay up, you son of a bitch. All right, we all gave you the money to hold, which was a bad move on our part.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have given you the buy-in, but I did beat Christian. He had a Crystal Beast deck. He put up a good fight, but he was no match for the zombies.
Yeah. I also won a championship as a high school coach.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for lacrosse. I forgot you were a lacrosse coach.
Yeah, actually, I think we won 3.
I was on. Have I told my Little League story of how I ended up on my Little League team before?
don't
No, but I
remember.
bet it's a King of the Hill episode.
Nah, maybe I don't know. I played Little League, and they traded me to the best team. I was the only kid in the league who ever got traded, And I didn't realize till later that they had actually had to make a deal where the other team was so good that they had to put me on it to handicap them.
Oh,
I was so bad. I found out I was like a reverse ringer.
That's the King of the Hill where Bobby's on the track team. You were the stick.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Man, that's fun.
Oh, that's really sad that is a King of the Hill episode.
I called it.
Ah, shit.
Okay, yeah, we'll continue looking at some shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I closed it. I got it. Hooked up with my first nose ring chick last night. If only I had a Mean Boys condom. May have used one. Probably should have. Yeah, use condoms, guys. I feel like I'm the only one out here still using feel still using condoms. You guys got to use condoms. It's important.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. They don't feel that bad. Don't be a baby about it.
I use condoms.
Rub
They're like
her up.
little finger puppets.
Yeah.
I'm
Is Ramsey actually a Republican? He'll say he's a constitutional conservative. I think is the
So what we
label he
meant, what
prefers.
that means is Nazi. Ramsey is a full-bore Nazi.
Or maybe a strict constructionalist. He's not registered to vote, or he's not registered.
I've heard
with any
political
party.
nihilist.
Yeah, he says that one.
Really, all of these translate to Ramsey is on Adderall.
Ramsey is an agitator, a malcontent.
Yeah, there you go. He's shaking it up.
He's the fly in the ointment, etc. You know, he's just kind of a.
He's just whatever an anonymous mask is. He's a that.
He has only allegiance to mischief. All right, what sport do you think the players or athletes should legally be obligated to get drunk or high before doing?
Baseball.
Darts.
The politics.
My dad,
darts?
baseball. My dad's a big fan of that idea, by the way.
Okay.
Drunk politics.
He keeps trying to figure out a way to send a bunch of weed to Capitol Hill because he thinks it'll solve.
There's got to be a cheaper way for him to go to prison.
He thinks it's going to
I
solve
just go
all
to
the
a public
problems.
Park and wait. I mean, I've seen your dad.
as though the Senate is going to open a bag of weed from a strange man in Orange County and be like, well, we passed the motion to maybe just chill out for a minute.
Yeah,
we
he's just
passed
like,
the
if they all
dookie
get
on the
baked
left-hand
before they
side.
pass legislation, the world would be a better place.
I'll run this by the bongo subcommittee.
So your dad is 15. Because I remember having this exact conversation with my cousin.
Hey, man, we got to just sit out in the quad and make policies.
I had the
Yeah.
same fucking conversation with my cousin Dylan in his garage when I was a teenager. It was like,
Yeah.
if politicians got high, there wouldn't be war.
Yeah, no, my dad very much believes this, and every time, like, Dad, you've been hitting the 420s for like 12 months.
They would,
I don't
just
know.
they would just come up with funnier ways to still do war. It would be like, what if we made a gun that shot guns, man?
What if, hear me out, the disco bomb. Which is
about a
also what
raid?
Keith orders at most diners. I don't know if you know it. It's a gravy with fries in the gravy. What kind of deck did Tom run when he was into Magic the Gathering? I know there's 3 colors in it. That was like your whole claim to fame, right?
Yeah, it was a 3-color. My favorite deck I ever created was for the Anaheim Grand Prix. It was a block deck. It was during the It wasn't. It was after Innistrad. It was a red, white, green Angel Human ramp deck, and everyone told me it wasn't going to work, and I kicked the fuck. I made it to like 7 rounds before I accidentally cheated and got kicked out of the fucking tournament.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I literally did not know I was breaking a rule with my side deck.
Oh, gotcha.
But it looked like my side deck was in like a bigger stack of cards, even though I never pulled anything out of the bigger stack of cards. It was just me being on a lot of prescription medication or not thinking things through. And they're like, "You can't do that." And I was like, "Fuck you! I got an Avicen." Oh yeah, I had a lot of Avicen in there. This is interesting to the one person who's ever played Magic who listens to this podcast.
Even the guy who asked the question has to be like, why?
No, it's an interesting.
I'm sure it is.
Because everyone was also very down by the like there were these very like, oh, the pros use this deck, so I'm gonna build this deck, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing, and it ended up kicking the shit out of some fools.
I mean, it got to the point with Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it was like, there's like a deck that's like the best deck, and then it was just like it was like a Formula 1 car where it was like, this is the engine, this is how you want to set it up. There's little variations for you personally that you might like or surprises, and it was like, yeah, I mean, sure, I run the fucking Dino Rabbit, but I got a Snowman Eater in there, you know? Fucking, I can Ixie into a Leviathan with my tour guide at the end, blah, 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 blah.
I've never been.
At least
less
Magic
interested-
doesn't have as lame of names. A tour guide?
God, does somebody
Tour
want
guide.
to talk about Dinosaur Jr. or something?
Now, are there any moments in the podcast that cause you embarrassment just thinking about them? If so, which one gets you the most and what bugs you about it?
The
All
last
of
3
them.
minutes.
Yeah. Tom, Van Damme Academy, probably.
Yeah, Van Damme was pretty hilariously embarrassing.
I mean, Dog Story.
Dog
is
Story.
Pretty up there.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty okay with it, I guess. It's weird. It is still weird when
like,
people know a lot of stuff about you, but I guess that's kind of what it is.
I guess, yeah, I'm not really embarrassed by personal stuff. It's like stuff I've like written for the show that ended up not being funny.
Yeah,
I'm glad I did it. Like, I think you should fail publicly sometimes, but like, there's certain stuff where I'm like, that was lame.
Yeah, like, it was like it could have been good,
Yeah.
Weirdest, worst, or favorite names of places you've done comedy in. Big Legrowski is so bad. That was cool. That was a good venue, though. I'll say that was a cool.
The Big
bar.
Legrowski is a great venue with a dumb name.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
They're asking our favorite venues?
Yeah, the favorite
The
name.
names,
Like a goofy name or weird.
Bad
I will
names.
say the one that always made me laugh was fucking Tickles in Anaheim. Which I know we've talked about it on the show before, but if you haven't heard, it was a comedy room, big old air quotes, run by a former crackhead in the garage of a sober living home.
Bigger air quotes.
But he didn't tell you when he booked you, like, hey, you're performing in my garage. He just called it Tickles Comedy Room.
Right.
Like that was an established venue.
And it was the best comedy room you could make in a crackhead's
It was,
garage.
it was a fun place to do the show, but it was grimy and everything. You had to walk down this long, just like rape alley to get
dilapidated out,
there.
yeah.
So it was just funny
And
watching
you'd
people
perform for people in like the halfway house. There'd be like two like glassy-eyed dudes like on antipsychotics,
Yeah.
just like staring at you in sweatpants, going like, and you're like, okay, so you want to hear about girls,
Well, yeah, but he would book women from L.A. who didn't understand what was happening. So just watching like a frightened like lady, like our friend Eliana Horechko one time, they book her and she just like walks in terrified and she's just, is this Tickles? And I'm like, I've never seen anybody more about to get their throat cut.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Spanky's, the first place I ever did a show. Spanky's.
Oh,
Sex
man, I
Shop
was on that show with you.
in Santa Ana in the parking lot.
Yeah.
John Casso threw me up. It was you and Nick Petrillo was there.
Yeah.
They were barbecuing hot dogs for a bunch of old perverts. in
Oh, they were
lawn
really
chairs.
good.
Yeah, I didn't eat the sex shop hot dogs.
Oh, man, I ate so much Sex Shop barbecue, dude.
Okay.
I bought a lot of lube because they gave us a gift card.
No, and then we had a contest to who could find the midget's porn, and you had like a black midget apartment. thing
I
or
found a
something.
black midget who was using an apartment to lure transgendered gals into a fuckathon, and I was like, "That's so many fetishes at once."
Yeah. All right. Well, let's open up our voicemails for the week.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Hey, Mean Boys, what up? It's Mike Engel. I did some time at the DC show.
Nice.
And that
Oh,
was
yeah,
amazing.
what's up?
My question is for Erin, because we have similar last names.
Oh,
she
just for a
knows
while
the
ago.
etymology of why she got an I and I got an E. Is that just vowels being crazy? Is it like an Ellis Island thing? Because it's German, but it means angel, but both she and I got, in German, it's EL, and we both got LE. So,
Man, this is boring.
important
Yeah,
name question.
we could probably
Does she
cut this
know
one
those
anytime.
actors fucked up?
I
Alrighty, thanks so much for being mean. Fuck everything, God is dead. Love ya.
I'm not going to bother asking Aaron about that, but fascinating, and good luck with your OxyContin addiction.
I wasn't at that show, so I didn't meet this guy. But thanks for calling.
He was funny.
Oh yeah, Mike's a cool dude.
Yeah, he was funny.
no, he's super funny.
All right, next one.
Hey, this is Tom Goss, the longtime listener and on the show mostly.
Wait, is this when you're on the road?
Yes.
Cows. Thought I'd say hi and share the love with the yeah, I don't know why I called, but I hope I'll be there at Portland, 8-9 Portland, 8-10 Jai Seattle. The night I'm at the Chico's, but I don't think you'll hear this until I hope they all bombed on the joke off for me in my honor. Peace be with you.
Yeah, there you go.
That would have been a fun moment if we had played that like around when it happened, and not
Yeah,
3
yeah.
weeks later.
We just didn't have the technology at the time. Okay, so this is a long one, but
I forgot I did that.
the long ones are usually kind of good. So
All
let's
right, let's give it a shot.
let's see what's going on here.
Hey, Mean Boys. This is a little strange.
Uh-oh.
Like your podcast, man. I think you guys are fucking funny as fuck. All three of you guys.
I just want to point out the Google predictive text has it saying "like your package," which that was fun. Like your package. I was like, uh oh.
Just one missing some missing, but for the most part, you guys are great. I really called to leave you this message. I'm the dad of a 21-year-old trans person. He decided when he was 18 that this was going to be his path in life, and as a dad, and I love him. I support him and everything that he wants to do with his life. And my main concern is being scared for how people are going to treat him. So as a dad, no matter what, I want to protect that kid. And so I was listening to a couple podcasts ago, and you had a person call in asking about some information and stuff, and I got a little afraid what you guys were gonna say, but then you guys surprised me and gave that kid the best message that a person in that situation could use, and he made me I was a all-in Mean Boy fan, but at that point I was like, these guys are fucking amazing, and what they do is great, and I've been holding back on calling you guys and saying this, but I'm at work and shit to do. I fucking could waste time calling you guys and fucking around that, but I wanted to share that. I want to say that you guys are good people, and that message that you left to that kid brought a tear to my eye, like it's doing right now. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for not only the people going through that situation, but everybody involved, and you could play this message. I don't care. I'm fucking okay with it. If you want to share this, if you don't, it's up to you guys. But I want to say thanks, man. You guys are fucking cool. And that's it. And fucking, I forget to close some, whatever. It doesn't matter. Take it easy, guys.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
That was a fucking emotional roller coaster. Thank you, man.
Wait, I got lost at the beginning. His son's trans?
His son
yeah.
is trans.
Oh.
He was talking about how
Our
hard it was,
trans
like,
son.
sort of, like, going through that process.
Worrying about it and stuff.
Yeah, and then it was a lot of sucking our dicks. I appreciate it very much.
That was incredibly kind.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Oh, my God.
I love. It makes me feel really good. Obviously, like I'm glad that the show, that we help anybody or make anyone feel good.
For sure.
It does feel funny to get that earnest and sincere voicemail after I was like, well, who's Hitler 69? What about Dick Cheese McFartlane? Doing.
We had the 90th fight about Cone Zone before we listened to a voicemail about trans right. But yeah, no, I'm.
As long as your son's not transitioning into a goddamn cone. I'm cones phobic.
No, but yeah,
we get a follow up email from that our other trans listener.
Oh,
the
yeah?
one we were giving the advice to.
And they started their hormone therapy.
Oh fuck yeah!
So-
for them.
Yeah,
I
so-
forget which direction they were going, but
so congratulations. And,
Yeah.
the Mean Boys are about being true to yourself, and
Yeah.
fucking just doing your thing. We got your back. The Mean
Yeah.
Boys listening audience has your back, and fuck the haters. I don't know.
we don't care what you are, just don't be an asshole about it.
Yeah. Unless you want to start a cone-based.
In which case, you get the fuck out of it. Go back to Conefrica.
Message
go
me
straight to hell.
directly if you want a part of this business. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you could go right back to Shape Africa. Where all the cones are.
Okay, that might be the episode title.
We already did Dick Africa, which I think was about trans women. Because we're a very inclusive podcast.
They're not delicate flowers. They can take a joke.
Yeah, no.
That's the whole thing. It's it's
We make fun of everybody, and we also love people.
But here's the problem when you say that is like the people who say I make fun of everybody are usually the worst people ever.
They're
But
usually-
Yeah.
It's like I say, like, man, white people have funny hair and black people should die. Like, that's usually what.
Yeah.
Well, and
But
it's
You
just
ever
like,
notice how your mother-in-law's annoying and every Asian has rabies? Like, it's always a false equivalence.
yeah. Well, it's like even like you guys. It's like people like will talk to you like do they know they're fat? You know, and it's like if you got something going on, whatever. Like some of your. If you're outside of the fucking what America has decided is the normal thing,
Yeah.
it's like you're aware of it. There's a set of circumstances
What we in the
coinciding
world
with
called
it.
sub-Connors.
Yeah, yeah.
Sub-Connors.
Yeah, when it's like you can you could talk about that without being a cunt about it, and hopefully in a fucking amusing way, and to try to relate to people or whatever.
Yeah.
Without being a fucking.
Well, the important thing is
shitlord
thank
about
you
it.
for telling us that.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
That was
'cause
very nice.
I do worry. I had the same thing last night. I did a show where you're supposed to spin a wheel and you it's like emotions, and you do your set in that emotion. I got sensual, so I did a bunch of sex jokes, and then a comic went on after me, and she was just like doing this, like making fun of my bit, and just like, yeah, then I fucking hit this bitch in the face. It was very funny, but I was like, oh my god, I was like thinking, like, did I just come across like the dumbest bro of all in my joggers talking about hitting women consensually or whatever? And I talked to her afterwards, and it was fine. So I'm always terrified that we just come across as like fucking boner lords. But so
I think people get that we're riding the line a little bit.
Hey, we're boner lords with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
We're boner dukes, but we're not full.
Yeah, we're dukes of boner, and
this fucking podcast.
The
sucks.
Archduke of Bonington.
This podcast is terrible.
Man, you love the Mean Boys pee pee poo poo hour, dude.
Yeah, dude, but the mean kids tee hee caca hour.
You should have received something in the mail about your car's extended warranty.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Getting these calls.
We keep getting these weird spam calls. All right.
why don't you block them?
Because it's funnier to have them pop up every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when those English guys rant. Oh, yeah, fuck. There was an English guy who didn't want to pay, very smartly, didn't want to pay for the fucking fees, so he just sent us a WAV file to play, and I wanted to play his voicemail.
Oh, nice.
He's from England, and that makes it more interesting. So, yeah, let's go.
All right.
I've set aside, my Google, my Gmail, right? And then I did a label so I could access the information a bit better.
You're doing 9 different accents and all, not one of them being British.
You don't know anything about fucking...
Oh, hello.
You sound like New Zealand on a bumpy elevator, dude.
Well, hello.
No, shut your fat mouth.
England, maybe? What the fuck? All right.
Yeah, we'll vamp. Well,
I'll play another one while
let's roll another one.
Yeah.
Hello.
Shut up.
Hey, Mean Boys, it's your boy Ron Winkler. I have a question for, mainly going to Connor, but I'm sure.
Yeah, fucking great.
It's your boy Ron Winkler.
Great subtle Mean Boys reference there.
I love it.
That was an old school one.
Hey, Mean Boys, it's your boy Ron Winkler. I have a question for, mainly going to Connor, but I'm sure Keith has had experience with this too, and Tom always has great insight too. So, well, 2 of my coworkers, and they are unhappily dating right now. We work at a bar restaurant. He is amazing. She is awful, 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 awful trash. So I was wondering, she's like guilted him into staying in the relationship for like 4 times now by saying she's gonna like kill herself if they break up. And so now he's just kind of like gotten really guilted into staying in the relationship, and now everyone's like, oh, they're terrible together. But then she's like, well, who's gonna propose the next 6 months? And apparently, according to talking to him, he's starting to indicate that it's probably gonna happen. So I'm just kind of wondering, what's the best way to probably try to either break him up or at least delay the proposal or something like that? Because, I mean, with any kind of suicidal thing, you really don't want to, be like called their bluff or anything like that, I mean, she's not going to do it, but something like that stuff. Just looking forward to the response, figuring out what you guys think I should do in that situation and what he should do. And, that's it. Love the show. Thanks. It's your boy, Rob Winkler.
I like it. Like, yeah, man, love the show. It's great. I'm dealing with a life or death situation here.
It's your boy, the Winkle.
The fate of one of my closest friends hangs in the balance. Here's a fun callback to a Tom bit that didn't really work out from 120 episodes ago.
Yeah. Hey, here's how much it didn't work out. I didn't remember that's what that was until right now.
I for sure did.
Yeah,
and
so how do I stop my friend from perishing in my arms over a lost love? Anyway, they work at a bar and grill. All right, Ron Winkler.
Look, you tell your
up.
friend to quit threatening to kill herself and become a dude. It's the only thing. Anyone who's not trans is not a person.
If you are not trans, stop listening to the show.
Then you can go to Shape Africa too.
You are out of there, mister. All right? You want
or lady, whichever one you were, but don't want to be the other.
You hit the bricks. All right?
Listen, Exim, get the fuck out of
Change places.
Everybody get switchy.
Everybody switch dongs tonight. Okay, so this, I was tracking down the English voicemail while we were doing this. So I was a little distracted from what I could ascertain. So there's a girl that you're friends with.
Yeah.
That is dating a guy, and she's if the relationship ends, she's will be really upset. She wants to kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is he friends with the guy or the girl?
I thought he was friends with the guy.
That's
But
what I
friends
picked
with the
up
guy.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
whatever,
I've been in this situation before. I know you have as well.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is this: like you can care about somebody and not want them to hurt themselves, but by the same token, you cannot. No one's happy wedding starts with, so I threatened to kill myself until he married me. And then that's how I met your mother. Like, you know what I mean? That's not going to work as a long-term solution.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to get help. You can't be held hostage by this situation. So
I mean,
you're not a bad person for getting yourself out of a toxic situation, even if somebody's threatening to hurt themselves.
Well, it's
I will say, like, I was in this situation. It's like I stayed in it for a long time because I was afraid of this outcome. Longer than was healthy for anybody. And it was really draining to me mentally. And I kind of compared it to like invading a country and then trying to set up a provisional government so you could withdraw your forces. And
Right.
It never really was good enough. So I didn't like try to break up with her until I felt like she had a adequate support system in place, and she had like things going on in her life. Then she was speaking with her family again, and she had like friends around her and stuff to some degree. And it was I don't know if that was the right move or not. The girl is fine now from what I understand, and we had a troubled relationship in many ways, but I'm certainly glad that she did, and I was really terrified about that because I think she was a good person. I cared about her a lot, despite the fact that I did not want to be dating her anymore.
For sure.
So it's fucking difficult.
It's a rough spot.
I would say like do try to do what you can, like if you like through whatever puppeteering you can do to try to make sure like she is like talking with her family, her friends, her like you can hopefully check in on her in a platonic way.
If there's someone
have like safeguards in place, because this like it doesn't get better continuing. It's not. It doesn't like get to a point where it's like, oh, now that everything's great, I can leave. It's like,
your boy staying is not gonna make her mental shit get any better.
But I wouldn't say like don't just like withdraw now out. Like be careful.
Well, it's also
it's a rough situation.
Yeah.
It's a difficult situation because he's a third party to
He is,
this,
absolutely,
and you're asking like, how do I break up? How do I do that? You got to express very clearly.
Like it's like a Saving Silverman thing or something.
Yeah, I think you got to express to your friend very clearly, like, hey, this is all the reasons why this is a horrendous idea. You got to find your way out of it. And if he doesn't listen, you can't like put together an Owen Wilson movie trying to break these people up. You just got to kind of like express yourself, and then hope it ends up okay.
Yeah,
because then you'll end up torching the friendship, if you try to do they got to figure out themselves.
I would recommend you talk to your friend about, like, Connor said with the family, making sure other people in this woman's life know that she's making these kinds of threats.
Yeah.
Yes,
because they should know, because
and you want to respect someone's privacy, but it's also at a certain point it sort of reaches like
when you get to suicide, I don't give a shit about anybody's privacy. I would much rather have my life saved and be mildly intruded on. Than kill myself because no one wanted to fucking step on a toe. Like, you know what I mean. And also, like, if it's not really a life or death situation and she's saying these things to this dude, then she's a legit. Then that's like a bad fucking deal. That's like a bad person.
And it's like, you can be in an emotionally dark place and do things to try to keep a relationship together that are fucking shitty, and I don't think that is unforgivable. I think it's a bad thing to do, but I think I've done like stuff like that, not like stuff like to this degree, but like just being afraid of losing someone. You do something that you say something you shouldn't have, and it's not a fucking good place to be in. But everyone will be all right. Just make sure that everyone knows what's going on, and then just try to. Just kind of rip the Band-Aid off at some point when you feel like it's time.
And if not, rip the dick off. Welcome to Ladytown.
Yeah, welcome to Population U.
Welcome to Transylvania.
Population U, Population Me, Population Mean Girls. All right. And the English voicemail, finally.
Hey, mean boys.
I forgot to
thought on the
on the speakers.
Right.
Hey, mean boys. Thought I'd understand because your last two voicemails were from fucking weird people. As someone who has 4 sisters, nah, mate, don't fucking hit women. That's never cool. And as a British person, we're not all that strange. I mean, close enough, but maybe this makes up for it. Yeah, you guys are fucking awesome. Whenever your episodes come out, I get more giddy than a fat kid in an ice cream factory. It's really fucking good. Well, like Keith in like ice cream factory, I guess. So yeah, fuck everything. God is dead.
Well, yeah, that sounds so funny to hear a British guy say that.
Don't fucking hit women. All right, being racist, that's right out. You want to talk about transphobia? Hit the bricks.
Right, off you go then.
All right,
off you pop.
Don't believe in a living wage for the poor? All right, yeah, slag right off.
Yes, quite.
You think that you're better than me because you're cis privileged? Kick rocks.
That guy's a party.
Yeah, this was in reference to that guy that left that shitty voicemail. Who do we have on the show when that happened? Brandy?
I think it was Carmen.
Carmen,
yeah.
that's right, Carmen.
Yeah, and we got
Carmen, who accidentally called Cameron last night because I was really tired.
And here's the thing: if that guy listening, if you hit a girl, you're an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
You're
Don't
truly
listen to
a
the
bad
fucking
man.
show. Get psychiatric help. Fucking turn yourself into the police or what? Dude.
But if you go trans and you become a woman, then it's a fair fight. Sorry, I don't know why I'm on this bit.
A little bit of a loophole for you.
There
all right?
you go. Diplomatic immunity. Anyway, thanks for being British,
That would
fella.
work even better if the DJ Diplo had hit somebody. That would have been, if that could have happened.
Oh man, we need to orchestrate that just so we can steal that joke from ourselves.
To the crimatory.
To the Diplomobile.
We got to get Diplo a really hot, difficult girlfriend. All right. We got to put testosterone in his, I don't know, energy drinks. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then fucking
No, he drinks water.
Oh, DJs love water.
Yeah, Diplo loves hydration. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So fuck that guy. Thank you for listening. Smart. If you live overseas, I love getting emails from listeners overseas. And by the way, I'll be coming to Canada. I can't announce the details yet, but at the very end of December, after Christmas, even I'll be up in fucking the old UK. So or not the UK. I'll be up in the UK, the United Canada. I'll be up in Canada. So stay tuned for that. I'll try to set up some more shows. But yeah, so if you're Canadian, just fucking be on the lookout.
The UK, Canada.
Yeah, so if you live overseas, send us a voice file of your message. That's fun. I'll definitely play those. And I caught up on emails, and I think so. I'm trying to get back to everyone and make sure. So if you guys want to drop us a line, meanboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail 304-805-MEAN. We got a few left, but I think we'll save those. I think that'll do it for this episode, guys.
This is a spicy
It was fun.
podcast.
Nice
it's a spicy
boys at the end with the voicemail.
Yeah,
we got some.
It's like at first we were like laughing, like, why are you calling the Mean Boys for advice? And then it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe we can give advice.
This had classic Mean Boys like flow, which is it started out really funny, that it was like pretty not funny in the middle, and then like at the end it was like sincere, and then it got really funny again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we're like Loveline for the modern
We're like the
generation.
KFC double down, where the beginning and the end, like the buns are the really good part, and
Yeah,
the middle
yeah.
part is
It's
just
just
kind of
kind of
there you go.
process, you
Technically,
know.
now it's the same.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I've never had a
Boner
double
69.
down.
Really?
you never had a double down?
No.
Neither have I.
You don't need to. It's like not whatever.
That's kind of what I figured.
What do we got to plug, gentlemen?
I have some
The
stuff,
31st of August and the 1st of September will be at Pechanga in Temecula. So if you're out in Temecula, come see me. We'll hang out. We'll hit a diner or something. That'll be fun. 7th and 8th, I'm at Laughs in Tucson. And September 11th, the day of the Steve Ryan is Easy Spectacular. We got to set that up. But September 11th, be at Lestat's in San Diego, and then on the horizon, headlining the Ontario Improv September 26th, and I'm headlining the Chatterbox in West Covina, one of the best shows in the motherfucking country, September 30th. If you're in the greater LA area and you want to come see me do a show, I would come out to that. That's going to be a blast. And the night before, of course, I'll be raging with my pops out in Chino Hills for room service and Led Zepp again.
Let's see, the August 23rd, rather, the night this comes out. If you're in San Francisco, I will be at the Setup in the Tenderloin. September 6th, 7th, and 8th, I will be in San Diego. I'll be posting the venues and times for that very soon with Tom, actually.
Hell yeah.
And then September 9th, I will be at the La Jolla Comedy Store. They're doing a one-off roast battle down there. And I'm having a rematch with our old buddy Jay Light.
Ooh.
So, yeah, come check that out. Then on the horizon, October...
Dweeb of note.
Wait, what are we doing together?
The Comedy Heights run in San Diego.
Yes.
There you go, Tom. I'm doing your...
Sorry, I was looking
on the horizon, October 5th and 6th, Miami, Oklahoma, at the Looney Saloon, also with Tom. October 12th and 13th, I will be at Laughs in Tucson, Arizona. October 24th through the 27th, I will be at the Madhouse in San Diego. And more coming past that. We actually will be on the road doing some Mean Boy shit, which we should be announcing very soon.
Yeah, that'll be first week in November. So if you're in your Texas or Florida or anywhere down there, keep your eyes peeled. Hop on that email list if you're not already, and you'll get the word on tickets as soon as they become available.
Yeah. As well as the shows I'm doing with Keith. I'm also headlining the Barrel House Brewery in Visalia September 10th.
Blah, blah.
I'm featuring at the Stillwater in Dana Point September 18th. I'm featuring the Madhouse the 26th, and the 20th and 29th. I'm doing the weekend there. So those are all going to be fun shows. It's San Diego.
Nice.
San Diego. In October, Oklahoma. Come and see me and Keith.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
No, we're all over the place, guys, and we want to come see, come seeing the people. That's what makes it all fucking worth it. So let us know who you are, and we'll come see you. That was a show. Fucking thanks for tuning in. We love you.
We do love. Fuck everything. God is dead.
Oh, shit, shit it in crazy, 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 shit it in crazy.